and they do catch heat.
And why do people like Ryback and Enzo catch heat, though?
Well, I can't say, because I've never got heat. You know, throughout my whole wrestling career, my whole 20+ tenure as a performer in the ring, I never got heat, and I never kissed up to anyone, but I never got heat. I worked with the best of them. I worked with the Edges of the world. I worked with the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Jerichos of the world. I worked with all of them, the Undertakers. I worked with all of them, and I've never gotten heat to the point to where someone was saying, "Man, we might need to do something about this guy."
Yeah, we might need to talk about Booker. That contract's coming up. I don't know if we want him around.
I mean, I've never gotten that right there, because I guess because it was never about me. It was always about, the team. And if, sometimes, if you got to play the game, you play the game. You just got to know how to play the game. It's real. It's real as it possibly can be. And a guy like this, man, he's been in a good position. Working,
talking about Lio Rush?
Yeah, man, working with Bobby Lashley. It seemed like you would be on top of the world in that position, on the pay-per-views, whatnot. But sometimes, I don't know, you can start believing in your own press clippings. Sometimes you can think that, hey, man, this is not a job. One thing about this thing, this WWE thing, guys, man, understand one thing, and you could call it what you want. It's a record. Call it what you want. You can call it what you want, but this stage stuff, man. I mean,
it's their show.
It's their show.
Yeah.
So if you learn how to work with inside, I wouldn't even call them rules or anything like that. If you can learn how to work inside of the game, and know how to get in the game and know how to stay in the game. At the end of the day, man, you make a lot of money. You take care of your family, and I just don't know where it ran off the rails, where people stop thinking about what the end game is, and they start thinking about, man, I remember back in WCW, man, and this is the truth. So many of those WCW guys that, a lot of these young guys today watch on television. A lot of those guys, man, they thought they were really, really big stars until the doors closed at WCW, and then they had to find work somewhere. A lot of those guys never, ever worked in a major company ever again. You know why? It wasn't about them. That's why. There's so many guys out there looking to take that spot that you have. Not that you can't go somewhere else and make money. That's not what it's about. That's not what I'm talking about right here. I'm talking about if you're in a position to make as much money as you possibly can, you have the opportunity to make as much money as you possibly can. And if you're not doing that, that's another story. If you're not happy, that's another story. But if you're in that position to do that, and you worried about what someone else is doing, it just confuses me. So I hope that the brother can get the heat off of him, because he's very talented.
He's a great talker.
I mean, he's a great talker as well as he's a great worker.
Yeah.
I mean, the cruiserweights, man. I mean, it's a division there for this guy. It's money there for this guy to be making for a long time. And hopefully the heat can, melt away, and Lio Rush can get back in the game, because right now I think he's sitting on the sideline. Lio, get your game right, man. Just like them Rockets, get your game tight. This is the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a